Please spoon me. I wanted to finish this at work yesterday. Oh my god, we actually got the final piece immediately. Alright then. All you had to do was ask. It was that simple. What I was saying is that I wanted to do the final... I wanted to do the final... Final what? I wanted to do the final... part of this grind off camera, but then work was way too busy because there was only 2 people at work. We're like... understaffed, overworked. 'Tis the life. I'm still here for the Guffin piece. So I guess from now we'll just skip Darrow to save some time. And then we can pick up Aram top, that would be nice too. Did the other guy call off work? No, no, no. It was still just the two of us. But I'd say it's like a bit more busy than the average Saturday, so pretty much I had like no time to actually like slack off at work. I actually had to do my job for 8 hours straight. I know, crazy, right? It's almost like they pay me a salary to do my job for 8 hours. Unacceptable. I've never done the Nightmare boss, my friend. I'm still trying to get Barrow's pieces. I am like extremely behind the average person playing this leagues. My goal for today is just to finish Barrows and do Fire Cave. It's very modest. It probably is pretty easy, but there isn't really anything, like, drop-wise that I need. Nightmare's mainly just for the Nightmare staff, right? And I guess Inquisitor. 50% of those calls being my son bought me this device. I don't work how it works. No, a lot of it is just like TV troubleshooting. It's just like middle-aged or old people asking how to like change the input source for their HDMI. It's part of the life. It's certainly part of the life. I also picked a Prifdinus. So I really should be doing Corrupted Gauntlet if anything. But I won't have time to do that until my free day, because I have to learn how to do it. You have the patience of a saint. The alternative is not having a job. So I figured I do have a patience of a saint. Also, I've been streaming for 3 years to nobody. Of course I have the patience of a saint. What a ridiculous statement. Hi, nobody friends. You guys know I'm joking when I say that, right? Even if you're nobody, you're somebody to me. No, you're missing the point! The joke is that I never look at the viewer count, so I just assume no one is watching all the time. I literally would not know if I had, like, 0 viewers or 100 viewers if nobody ever said anything in the chat. I'm very clueless. Is that the final Gotham piece? Wow. Wait, I'm missing Darok's axe! Never mind, Gotham's was the first thing I finished. I only had 2 pieces of Darok. I mistook the plate as a duplicate. I guess we're not done yet. Alright, well, back to killing Darok. Silly. 88% luckier than me. Huh. I wonder if those statistics apply to leagues. Realistically speaking, this might just be the last stream of the year. Because Tuesday is usually my chore day. And for the most part, I don't have time to, like, stream after doing all my goddamn chores. I'm also, like, switching days off starting next year. So, I'll have Monday, Tuesday off instead. Which, in that case, means my chore day would become Monday. And then my stream day would become Tuesday. But since I can work from home temporarily during the renovation of the office, then it's not completely off the table that I would just stream at work. Or like, while on shift. Just at night, when it's pretty dead. Really, just depends on the day that... Like, I'll know if it's like a busy day or not, just based on vibes. Weekends, most of the time, are not that busy, so... I'm glad I'll be able to just... stream on the weekend. Yeah, when I'm not on the phone, I can talk to my invisible friends on Twitch. It'll be less boring. Even if I don't finish the Barrows grind, because I'm so goddamn unlucky, I'm still gonna save the last hour to do Fire Cape. Because it needs to be done. I need to stop wearing this shitty skill cape. You know, it's so sad. I can't even build my rejuvenation pool because I have no way to get soul ruins. I had to, like, just run to the altar. Surely one of these late game bosses will drop soul ruins for me. You think nobody would enjoy watching me, like, try to learn to play piano? Exactly the response I would expect from nobody. I mean... Oh, that's the wrong person. Would people really want to see me trying to play the same goddamn scale for an hour straight? Inexperienced with instruments? I'm like human scum, and I dabbled with piano in the past. So nothing ever too serious. Like I took some lessons. You know, my mom bought me one, like an acoustic stand-up. I was never motivated enough to actually like do something with it. But then through like deep introspection of myself and my own like journey of fulfillment, just going through my midlife crisis, it's like I'm missing something in my life. So I feel I need to do this because it's something I've always wanted to do, and then I've just always shelved it for one reason or another. But now that I'm reaching the point where it's like I don't want to play video games anymore, what the hell am I gonna do with my free time? It's like, you know what? Go do that thing you really wanted to do 18 years ago. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. And then as a result, I impulsively bought a $250 keyboard. So I'm just gonna do it in between my calls. At least when I'm working from home. Do that thing you really wanted to do 15 years ago? Your high school crush? We don't talk about her. We don't talk about her, damn it. I still have dreams of her. You know? It never goes away. Every time I think about her, I remember all the cringe shit I did in high school because I was so blinded by, like, how much I goddamn liked her, damn it. I didn't realize at the time that I was living in a goddamn anime and that the childhood friend never wins. Sorry. Got a bit too emotional there. It's really fucked up. I've only ever felt that way toward one person, and ever since, nah. But I think I've just become Arrow Ace because, like, I couldn't be with her. It's pathetically sad. Three Brassards? Three? Hi, Pot, I'm Kettle. Yeah, you know what? We should just name all our regular people after a particular kitchen item. You want to be called Kettle? You'll all have a kitchen item nickname. You have nothing to apologize for. Like, the fact that I still have dreams about her says everything. We were talking about, like, different timelines last time. So then I always think about the scenario where I don't trans myself because I got with a girl. Things would be so much different. Current her a pastor? I don't even know current her. Not like I ever, like, got her information to, like, follow up or anything, right? If I had to guess, she's probably just, like, married now. would be my biggest guess. Where am I going? Electric? You can be whatever you want, sweetie. It's really telling when, like, the majority of my nightmares that I get, I mean, they're not really, like, wake up in the middle of the night, shit in your pants type of nightmares, but the majority of my nightmares are just me back in high school. Like, Jesus Christ. Apparently, deep down in my psyche, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen to me, is just being back in high school. Can I be Teardrop the Rika Queen? Best I can do is Malice Forest Fork. Hello there. How many Barrows runs do you think I can do before I go clinically insane? Last year has been absolute bottom of the barrel for me due to some stuff at the start of the year, but largely my nightmares are similar. Yo, real sorry about whatever the hell happened to you. Like, my complaints are first world complaints. I do realize that I'm in, like, a very privileged and good position in my life. So really, like, most of my complaints are done facetiously. It's alright. If you ever need, like, a psychologist, I'm not your girl. But that doesn't stop people from, like, trauma dumping, and I really do not mind. My vast 32 years of livid experience would be useful for some people, I think. I can always give you advice from a different lens, because I'm anti-capitalist. So then, like, the blame isn't on you, obviously. It's on the system that caused you to, like, experience this. It can all lead back to capitalism. Get out your bingo cards, people. There's your free square. Anyway, I think, like, it is, like, a psychiatrist. It's wild to me. Knowing what I know now, a psychiatrist's job is to make sure you continue to function under capitalism. You can't just go to a psychiatrist and then, like, tell them, oh, I'm suffering because of capitalism. And they'll be like, no, no, you're not. Go take some antidepressants and be, like, a good worker bee. It's wild. Yeah, but don't take what I'm saying as, like, saying that getting mental help is a bad thing. It really isn't. It's all about bettering yourself. Yeah, it is what it is. Mainly just because of the for-profit healthcare system. So they want to push those drugs onto you so that, you know, you pay for it. Pretty much things that I've learned the past few years. Try to find some fulfillment in your life, which I've been severely lacking. Look at social media less, because that is just a cesspool of despair, and its entire point is to just make you feel inadequate about yourself, and then, like, oh, look at all these other people who are doing, like, a lot better than you. We didn't have this problem before. Now everyone's, like, glorified on the internet, and then we just aspire to have that same kind of glorification, but then you don't realize that we live in a system of finite resources with infinite, like, who wants to have infinite growth. Therefore, like, in the system that we're under, some people just have to be on the bottom. Right. Again, like, in America, because it's all monetized, getting mental health, most people don't do it. Because their insurance doesn't cover it. God bless Luigi Mangione. And, but if you're, like, in a different country, and the healthcare is actually, like, free, air quotes free, there's no reason not to do it. A few years ago, I was some depressed shit. Now I'm a girl with titties and things don't seem as bad anymore. Everyone has the potential to change and to just, like, enjoy life a little bit more. Like, the whole cultural aspect. Well, like, there's this, like, whole thing, if I'm recalling correctly. Like, guys, or, like, boys, when they grow up, they're kind of socially conditioned to not show their emotions, or to express them in any meaningful way. So then it definitely leads to a lot of mental distress when you get older. Because of all that, like, you're used to just not showing it or, like, dealing with it in any way. Look, I'm not saying going on HRT will solve everyone's problems, but it definitely solved, like, 60% of mine. It's all about, you know, if we put aside the monetary aspect of everything, it's about finding out deep down inside why you don't feel like a normal person. I know it seems kind of ridiculous to think about. like, perhaps, like, depressed people probably think everyone feels the same way. Or they feel that they're missing something that prevents them from feeling the same way as everyone else. Your goal is to find the thing. It's the missing puzzle piece. Sometimes it is the boobs. Sometimes. Sometimes the HRT fixes everything. Like, a lot of depression cases, for at least for trans individuals, it is just caused by, like, dysphoria. Whether it's, like, conscious dysphoria or not. Let me tell you, like, I'm not endorsing drug use, but ever since I, like, started using magic mushrooms, like, my entire worldview has changed, and I have literally changed as a person. I support the use of psilocybin for, like, medical therapy. Not all drugs are bad. That shit brings out the deepest part of you and makes you confront it. It's happened to me several times, and every time afterward I've done that, I've just kind of, like, gotten slightly more fulfillment. It's like I'm piecing together a broken vase, and every time I, like, confront one of those things in my past that I kind of just ignored, it's like completing it. It's like sticking it all together again. Oh my god, like, yeah, there's a fundamental difference between, psilocybin magic mushrooms, which occur naturally, and ketamine, where it's artificially created, mainly, again, as a way to generate profit. Okay, I'll tell you, like, here's another reason why ketamine isn't good. Elon Musk takes it. You really want to take something that Elon Musk has too? Like, as a drug? Ain't no way. You won't catch me with that shit. If we want to talk about hashtag Keiki lore, which you should know about, unless you're a fake fan and didn't read the wiki, is that I'm technically supposed to purify people by feeding them their favorite meal? So in a way, it's like assassinating CEOs, but, you know, just turning them into less shitty people. I know it is like the premise of Persona 5, but work with me here. The Musk fetish meat, oh my lord. Ay ay ay. Look, you have to extrapolate something. Elon Musk, he breathes because he's technically a human. Like, there's a fundamental difference between, oh, you should stop breathing because that's what humans do, versus you should stop taking ketamine because that's what Elon Musk does. because Elon Musk is like technically or allegedly, like I will always say, allegedly human. Allegedly. Like that's just the super class. The subclass is the individual Elon Musk, and the superclass is him being an alleged human. So we're focusing on avoiding the stuff of the subclass and not the superclass. That makes sense? Elon is human? That's why I'm saying allegedly! We don't know that for sure. With the way he acts, he's either like a disguised lizard person or a robot. Honestly, it could be either at this point. But yeah, again, CEOs aren't even human. No one who has that much money, or like has the drive to be a billionaire, is a human, because they give up everything that makes them human in the first place. Emotions and empathy, for the sake of like increasing their capital. It's just a game to them. They don't care about what happens to who in order to get to that point. There are no ethical billionaires. You think his father actually found him in the emerald mine and he's actually from the underworld? That's a good hypothesis. Alternatively, maybe those emeralds are like, you know, magical chaos emeralds or something, and then it fucked with his brain. I'm willing to accept any theories. I also don't think that's like a fair thing to say, Tateki. Our society lives in like the 9-to-5 cycle because we created it as such. It doesn't suit everyone. The circadian rhythm isn't suitable for everyone, but we just have to live under it. So like it becomes disadvantageous for people who are night owls, and we have to conform to society's standards. Again, that doesn't make you any less of a human. Or like a decent person just because you prefer being up at night and not in the morning. Well, that's an interesting situation. It just fluctuates, huh? I wonder if it's like, in some way, like, related to just your mental state. Just a theory. Again, I'm no, like, psychologist or psychiatrist. Perhaps there's some kind of correlation that causes that? Kind of like how winter depression is a thing, where a lot of people just get depressed during the winter time. Oh, come on, sleep. I can't believe we reached a point in, like, society where we've gamified sleep. As if, like, sleep wasn't already a thing you had to do, and I was like, oh, you know what? Now you can catch Pokemon in your sleep. That should motivate you to fall asleep, right? The gamification of everything is just awful. Our brains are too broken for normal function anymore. Like, yeah, I can appreciate the concept. But you don't need an incentive to sleep. The incentive to sleep is to sleep. Yeah, like the more you think about it, the more ridiculous the concept is. You're telling me this is a game where the whole purpose is to not play it by sleeping. It all goes back to frickin' gotcha games. Oh, damn nightmare rectangles we carry around all the time. Instant gratification whenever you want. No one actually plays games anymore, they just watch other people play games. I understand the hypocrisy of what I'm saying. Okay, but bear with me. They watch, like in their gacha games, they just do autoplay. No one actually plays the game anymore. If there's autoplay, they just let it play for them. Remember the saying, if it's free, you're the product. 4 brastards? Oh my lord. 4? Any free app that you download, it's getting paid for because it's harvesting your data. Well, I thought it was the whales? Well, yes. I meant more so like in non-gacha games. Like if you download some free app, and then it asks you for permissions to like, oh, we need permissions to do this in order to make the app work, and then you have to accept it. Well, then you're the product. It's harvesting your data. Card game simulators, it's weird not calling them gacha because they technically aren't, but they also technically are. Like, the genesis of collectible cards and trading cards supersedes the invention of the gacha concept in gaming. But, like, it's pretty much the same concept. Blue Archive soundtrack is great. Just because the community is fucked up doesn't mean I can't appreciate the music. This game doesn't deserve its amazing music. Give it to an actual decent game. Is Rambu still part of the community? Only when we get a follower. Which never happens anymore, so... Rambu is pretty much starved to death. What does that have to do with geography? That's an interesting topic to write about. I just wouldn't have classified it as a geography class type of thing. Oh, does Rampu still play Blue Archive? No. Not that I'm aware of. Probably just play another shitty gacha game next April Fools, though. I see. Anyone watch like Squid Game season 2? Cause I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but like in the first episode, it's the second episode actually. In the second episode, there's like it's called Bread and Lottery. It's not really a spoiler for any of the plot, but like there's like a situation where homeless people get offered a piece of bread or like a lottery scratch ticket, and most of the people pick the lottery scratch ticket. And I've really just been thinking about that for a while. It's because of like the innate nature of like our desire to gamble. It's like a gambling addiction is a thing, right? But it's more so that is it smarter to take the bread or like the lottery ticket? Statistically speaking, it's better to take the bread because the bread is guaranteed and you feed yourself, like from the perspective of a homeless person. But the majority take the lottery ticket because you need some kind of like miraculous luck or miracle to actually get out of poverty when you're in that situation. So like a piece of bread might keep you sustained for a little bit longer, but it's not going to improve your overall situation. So everyone, or for the most part, most people take the lottery ticket. I know it just sounds like I'm building up to a joke involving parkour civilization, but it's really not. The entire point of Squid Game is that it's a critique of capitalism. And in order to actually break out of your lower class position, you just have to be miraculously lucky. Or you're just born with such privilege that you never experience it in the first place. Is it gluten-free bread? I don't think so. You know, I feel like... Like, I'm pretty sure, like, don't quote me on this, but gluten intolerance is actually just a Westerner thing. Like, most Asians don't have this problem. Or, like, anyone in the East. They freaking eat rice all the time. Gluten intolerance isn't a thing. Ah! Dupes! Dupes! I don't need dupes! I need new pieces! Did I say rice? Never mind, I'm a dumbass. Gluten is the bread thing. Look, I never claimed to be a smart person. For some reason, my brain saw gluten, and then it went like, oh, that's starch. Yeah, never mind. I'm a dumbass. Okay, but aside from that point, like, do Eastern countries have gluten intolerance? Oh yeah, I'm the real fraud. I'm the fake chef. Fake ass chef VTuber SMH. Alright. According to celiac.com. Celiac is not unknown in East Asian populations. It may be at times be related to a rarer gene than what is most common in the Caucasian population. So it's definitely a lot less common in, like, Asia. Perhaps due to a genetic thing. Like, my initial assumption is correct. It's that, like, Asians, for the most part, don't have gluten intolerance. I'm glad you people have, like, enough self-awareness to fact-check me. I'm proud of you all. Media literacy is a skill that is just severely lacking these days. Finland has the highest gluten intolerance. So perhaps, like, in terms of genetics, the common ancestor that deviated into, like, the Finnish people was the carriers of the gluten intolerance mutation gene. And then that just kind of just spread by propagation. There's my biology degree talking. Well, not like it has a use anywhere else, right? Can't find where this data was sourced from other than it saying 96 2018 studies. I mean, that's fine. It's fine, you don't have to cite the particular academic papers that have the data. I'll take your word for it. We're not that big of a nerd here, right? Isn't it because, like, academia gatekeeps a lot of, like, academic papers? That's why you need access to university logins for, you know, like their libraries. It's not all just publicly available. That's why it's, like, a lot more difficult to just find raw data on that kind of thing. It's my Pikachu. There we go. Right, right. It's more of the niche data stuff in specialized fields that are usually behind that kind of paywall. Honey, you're on a Twitch stream to relax, not to, like, do research for an academic paper. We can move on to something else. It's the Tizzo? I respect it. Well, I understand, like, I'm not autistic personally, but like, sometimes I do get, like, a hyperfixation to just do one particular thing until it's done. It's like, I have to finish this. Nothing else matters at this particular moment. I don't need sleep, I need answers. I've been doing this for an hour and we're like... We still need the Darox axe. Ah, this sucks. A Battle Cats wiki. That's alright. Nothing to be ashamed about when you're just hyperfixated on a particular thing. No. I completely get that. It's like, I rewatched Steins Gate recently, and then it's like, I just spent an hour on the Steins Gate wiki, just reading a whole bunch of shit. Is like, okay, well... This is my hyperfixation for the next week. Wrong, brother. Can I just get the axe, please? Can I move on with my life? How much more of this do I have to do? You know, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Oh god, why? Why does this song exist? It's just the one song that's in there to keep me on my toes, I guess. Every chest I open without an item is misery. Every chest I open that's a duplicate item is even more misery. Ah! I'm losing my mind. Ah! This is a stream now. I keep doing this every 2 minutes and then I make a weird sound when I don't get what I want. I'm just playing a gacha game at this point! The gameplay loop! The gacha reward at the end! the not getting of what I want. It's all the same. There's no escape. Don't forget, you're here forever. Worst part is there's no, like, sparking mechanic. So there truly is no guarantee of getting the thing I need. So I have to keep doing it until you get it. In this particular game mode, which is like temporary, all the drop rates for the significant items are increased by 5 times. So that's why, like, I can do so many of these per hour. Well, also it's because, like, we're super OP compared to the main game. So that's why, like, each run takes like 2 minutes. But then, like, 2-minute runs combined with 5 times drop rates, you'd expect to just get it, like, soon, right? Well, it's a new item. It's a really shitty item and not what I'm looking for, but I did something. Keeps my sanity a little more intact for a bit longer. Battle Cats. I have no idea what you're talking about, but serious W. Pun intended. Uber rare cat. I see she's a blondie. Good taste. I think it's fair. Like, if your favorite unit or character just happens to be meta, well, you're not like playing her for the meta is the bonus part. It's like the completely opposite situation where meta people they only pick the cards for the meta, and they don't care about like what the card is or who it is or you know. I realize how much of a hypocrite I'm being, but I'm not that person anymore. I've since become a new person. God, am I really just gonna do Barrows for 3 hours today? All Stars? I don't know what you're talking about. That game doesn't exist. Love Live Gacha game? I don't know what timeline you live in, but there's none right now. Love Live would never make a gacha game. Crazy, I know. I mean, good riddance, Bushi Road at least. Jesus Christ. Hollow Live was just the natural progression to idol culture. It just fills the gap that Love Live and such series has left behind. Although I do still aspire for the days before VTubers ruined everything. Hello, Corey. Well, it looks like somebody's subscription to a particular channel has ended. Oh, no, no, no. Tadaki tried to use I'm assuming someone else's emote, but then it didn't show up. So that usually means the subscription ended. That's a dupe, unfortunately. I don't really like the top piece. Feels bad? Absolutely. I'm gonna be in Barrow's prison forever. I wanted to do Fire Cape today, but... Again, my not autistic hyperfixation trait just forces me to do one thing until it's done. Please, I just need the axe! Please. Please free me from this prison. So that I may go to a different prison. Hello, fellow lesbian. Oh. Nosebleed? That sucks. No, I've never actually known whether it's like better to just hold your head up or hold your head down during a nosebleed. I've always gotten conflicting answers. The taller bee. You see, Tateki was so charmed by you that um, the nosebleed started to happen. That's how hot you are. Oh, well, I like my answer better, but that's quite unfortunate. I think like I also have some kind of nose bleeding condition because I think I nosebleed a lot more than other people, but I think mine is just more related to either allergies or like dryness because it does happen quite a lot in the winter time. What the fuck? No! Stop giving me bottoms! I want tops! We have enough bottoms already. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying it on purpose. Guys, we need an equal number of tops and bottoms to make this work. At the very least, take turns, right? We can't all be bottoms. Then look at this! It's 5 bottoms, and then, like, 2 tops. The ratio! Think about the ratio! They're all, like, dupes, too! Don't chameleons, like, reproduce asexually? Or is that something else? They lay eggs. Amphibians lay eggs. Okay. It's probably an egg thing. Also, that someone tell me the tip of putting like a wet paper towel under your upper lip. Under your upper lip? Interesting. I'll try it next time. Is that also a chameleon thing, or are you speaking more like figuratively? That's alright. If I said that I knew what I was talking about half the time, I'd be lying half the time. You don't need to know anything. You just have to pretend like you know. That's how you get by in this world. No! Enough of this! Enough! Have you... What do you want me to say? What the hell is this? No more bottoms! Bottoms are banned! I'm losing my mind. Hooray! A lack of tissues can cause many issues. Haha. I'm hilarious. Back in pain. Rough. Ah! This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. You... I have no words for this. 5 legs. 5 legs. 5 legs. Well, why don't you just give me a 6th one while you're at it? This is ridiculous. To kill you to give me an axe? My sanity has left the building. Didn't know you were part octopus? Hey, give me 3 more legs and I will be. Jesus Christ. I'm getting to that point. We've reached the point where I have more legs than, like, most 4-legged animals. What do you mean most 4? That sentence doesn't even make sense. A 4-legged animal has 4 legs by default. They all have 4 legs. What am I saying? I really am losing my marbles. Oh, like, is this what they meant by never skip leg day? Because I certainly haven't. In fact, I'm nothing but leg day. Actually, speaking of octopus, can someone explain to me what the appeal of takoyaki is? I've had it a few times, like, it's okay, I guess. Maybe it's just where I had it, but like... Takoyaki isn't really... You're not eating it for the octopus. I know it sounds silly, but like, you only get a tiny piece of octopus per takoyaki ball. You're mainly eating it because, like, it's a ball of battery goodness. Like, I don't think it's that much of a hot take. I'm not much of a fan of takoyaki myself. It's like, I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it. It's mostly just carbs. It's just the batter. You're pretty much eating, like, cooked batter. I guess it's also the novelty that, like, the bonito flakes on top look like they're moving on its own. It's really just a novelty thing. Right, absolutely. I would 100%, like 99% pick gyoza over takoyaki if both options were presented to me at the same time. It's also probably like the appeal that it's like a street food, and then you can like watch the person make it in real time, see their cool moves and whatnot. That's my take on it. It does take like quite a bit of skill to actually like manage all those balls at the same time. I I am very immature. Yep, balls. Alright, you know what? I deserve this. Oh my god, we can leave! Wait, can we leave? Wait, why did I get a collection log slot for that? Wait, do I already have the axe? Am I a dumbass that Am I... I mean, I know the answer to that, but... Wait, what? Oh my god, I already had one of these! What the hell was I doing here for like the past hour? I am a legitimate idiot. I... This is why you don't play RuneScape when you just wake up. Yeah, I really have nothing to say. I'm a big dummy. I wasted an hour. Whatever, whatever, whatever. It's fine. I'll just pretend like this is the first one I got. Holy shit, guys! We finally got the axe! It's the first one I ever got! After all this time! Alright, let's go get that fire cape. If only there was someone here who could stop me from being an idiot. Unfortunately not. So now I have 4 leg pieces. It is what it is. There we go. My halberd. Looks pretty doped up. It shouldn't take too long. Let's get my pile of items. Am I forgetting anything? A quick prayer, magic. Looks good. Like looking back into it, the really funny thing is I had 3 pieces of the set. Like I got it yesterday, and then at the start of today's stream, my first chest was the final Darok piece of like the legs, and then I didn't realize I still had the axe because I fucking deposited it in my bank. So then it's like, all right, I guess we have to save for the axe, and then I just wasted like 2 hours of my life doing that. It's 2 hours I'm never gonna get back, but whatever. There's worse ways to spend 2 hours, absolutely. Oh yeah! Totally forgot about the diary. There's two of them. Alright, almost done. Remember to take a hit. Then we just kill that guy. Oh, he's got a Santa hat on. Hey. I actually gotta have to do this one more time, so I can get access to the Inferno without losing the Fire Cape. So, you know, as they say, fuck it, we'll do it again. The last thing I'm gonna do today. Just another Fire Cape run. So I can, like, unlock the Inferno. That means we're pretty much set up to do the fun stuff on Wednesday. So then I'll do Araxer. Will be the last Slayer boss I have to do. Then Corrupted Gauntlet for the crystal stuff. And then after that, I'm pretty much done. I can always attempt Colosseum just as a joke, but we'll see. Yeah, pretty much the final stuff that is guaranteed I'll do is Araxer, Gauntlet, and then probably Vardorvis, because I do want to get some practice in for the real game. Colosseum and Inferno are just like a bonus, if I feel like dicking around. What am I missing here? Check the health of a palm tree! Right, that's never gonna happen. I've never gotten a palm seed. The little part of my devious brain says, you should call in sick today. You can play more. You're gonna lose your sick days when next year happens anyway. Might as well use it, right? Am I that much of a devious person? I think I'm just too nice to screw over my fellow, like, coworkers by doing that? I have to live by the morals that I espouse to my audience, so... I only use sick days when I'm actually sick. I know, I get it. I tell my fellow coworkers, well, it's use it or lose it, right? So I'm not gonna hate you if you use it and, like, leave me alone to, like, do the work. That doesn't mean I'll do it. But I'm not gonna hate the person that does it to me. I respect it. Could it be me taking a week off when League starts? But were you, like, using vacation time, or actually, like, calling in sick? Yeah, that makes sense. If you wanna use your vacation time to just play Leagues all week, that's perfectly fine. The ethical thing is more like, oh, I'm gonna use my sick days to, like, not be sick and stay at home to play a video game. Still, I respect it. If they don't find out, what harm will it do? Oh, so you were actually on vacation. Just, you played Leagues on the computer occasionally then. Yeah, it was the secondary, but you technically weren't lying. You did go on vacation. What you do on that vacation is up to you, though. Friend was like, hey, you want to do a road trip to watch my husband graduate to join the Air Force? Sure, why not? That sounds like a fun time. I could never do a road trip, at least, like, driving, because, like, I don't drive, but even if I, like, was, like, a passenger, I wouldn't want to, like, stay in the car for, like, a million hours. Not worth it for me. My idea of a nice day is just staying at home and being a lazy piece of shit. Also, considering I live in, like, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, so it's like, why do I need to go anywhere else? This place is perfect. Except for the fact that everything is too fucking expensive, but, like, you know what I mean. You did all the driving because they scared you with their driving? That was the plan all along! They just wanted you to come along so you would drive for them. Sounds like you got played. Well, I guess if they paid you in food, I guess it's worth it. Didn't hit me when we were gonna be until I was already there. I was like, oh, this is do not travel state. Oh. Oh. Yikes. Did that cause any complications? Ah. Could have been worse, for sure. Pretty much the goal of any Transgal is to just never be clocked. I think I've reached that point, is that no one's gonna mistake me for a guy anymore. They might still mistake me for a guy over the phone, but like... You ain't looking at me and saying that's a dude. Right. The ID. I guess that's unavoidable. Unless you actually are able to change that. Right. It's alright, we're all a little oopy. X-Mex food is ruined for me because it's only actually good in Texas. Wait, what? What the hell is Tex-Mex? Isn't that just... I always thought Tex-Mex was just like like a variation of Mexican. And like, Texas is known for its, like, barbecuing, right? know, if you like put aside the sanitary concerns of a food truck, they're pretty damn good. Can't disagree with that. Like, since I live in, like, next to the Pacific Ocean in Canada, like, up there in the West Coast, I'm spoiled for, like, all of, like, the entirety, every single Japanese restaurant that's here, it's just good sushi. It's harder to find bad sushi here. That's how prevalent it is. Hey, Sang! How have you been? Oof. Quite unfortunate. You got that back pain? Relatable. Oh, just chilling. Enjoying a Sunday afternoon. At least for me, until I have to go to work soon. So I'll be ending momentarily once I'm finished this little mini game. For sure. 14 hours? You do realize that once you reach a certain point, you actually get more tired the longer you sleep, right? Jesus. What were you doing last night? Like, getting a hangover or something? You sleep for 14 hours naturally? You got like some kind of sleep disorder? Yeah, I'd say probably if you're doing 14-hour sleep cycles every day. Probably is putting it lightly. Opposite side of the spectrum of my 4 sleep disorders. Well, even if you have night shift, I don't think you, like a normal person that has a night shift sleeps for 14 hours. I've certainly had days where I just collapse if I, like, stay up, like, past the day, and then I just, like, collapse for, like, half the day in bed, but, like... Damn, if this is, like, an everyday thing, that's definitely not normal. Oh, alright, well... something's definitely funky with the meds then, for sure. Wait, what meds? You mean the HRT, or something else? Really? I can't say that's the same with me. Really? It just makes me pee a lot. Didn't realize it could have that kind of effect. HRT is hormone replacement therapy, so you're just taking it to transition your gender by taking the opposite gender's hormone? There we go. I actually died there, but I had last stand, so it didn't matter. I totally was not paying attention during that fight, because we were talking about HRT. I enter. Alright, I should head on out pretty soon. Let's just finish up what we need to do here. Do the thing? Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go do the thing right now. Where's the guy? Hey, Lilihime-chan! Hello! Hope you've been doing well? These healers are, like, a lot more annoying, I guess. Huh. I out-damage these ones. I don't think we'll be able to get to your song here, but, Alright, let's do that again. Oh my god, they're synced up. You're clearly not supposed to do this. The fuck? You're not supposed to attack at the same time, you bozos. Alright, last one. Oh god. I totally lost the rhythm here. No. Definitely a lot harder than melee. 3 jazz in the challenge of having 6 healers in the actual Inferno is only 3 is troll as fuck. I guess they just wanted to make it harder. At least trying to. It's really weird with the halberd. Oh god, Jesus Christ. You, like, stop healing, please? Thank you. Oh, Jesus. No! Yeah, because, like, the halberd is ruining my range. Or, if it's a range attack, I don't have to deal with this, but, like, the halberd I have to, like, worry about the distance. Shit. Start? By that I mean, not great start at all. I'm clocked out. Alright, just last stand. Gotta get back into rotation here. Nope, nope, nope. Ah! Do the what now? Tag the jet so you can walk over to one tile way easier. Oh, right, right. Attack them as in, like, in Ruin Light. I definitely should do that. I can't even see the other one. Not good. There we go. Great way to finish today. Yu Yu Hakusho. Great name. Alright, I gotta, like, vamoose to work. See you next time, I guess. Bye bye.